Well, the FBI says it's back on a case in Shawano tonight, and that is encouraging for the more than 60 people whose names have been part of what authorities have called an implied threat list.
This all started a year ago this week. 60 names, including the sheriff, the police chief, and the mayor, were all on a list with the heading Red Rum, which is murder spelled backwards. But who created this list? Well, at the time, authorities suspected a secretive group known as the Samantha Roy Institute of Science and Technology, or SIST, may have played a role. 1 month ago, however, the U.S. Attorney's Office announced there would be no criminal charges against the group because there was not enough evidence to link the group to the list.
However, tonight, Shawano law enforcement officials are confirming for us the investigation is back on, and there's also a renewed warning that anyone on the list needs to be cautious. Fox 11's Lou Hillman has our balanced coverage.
It's been 1 year since authorities made the shocking announcement that 60 people in Shawano County were potential targets of an implied threat. Sheriff Randy Wright, one of those on the list, says the risk of danger is still as real today as it was then.
There is still an alleged threat list out there. I still advise people in the community that are on that list especially to take things seriously and watch their surroundings and be vigilant.
Wright's warning comes as several Shawano County sources confirm FBI investigators are back on the case, just weeks after it was seemingly closed. Last month, federal prosecutors announced no charges would be filed in connection to the threat list investigation. But a spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office says the case is still open, leaving people here in Shawano to wonder whether or not the threat list is still being investigated. The uncertainty has frustrated many in Shawano, especially since there have been no arrests and minimal information shared in the high-profile case. An FBI spokesperson did not return our calls for comment, and Shawano law enforcement officials are not saying what may have changed for the case to gain some momentum. Authorities initially connected the threat list to a secretive group known as SIST. The organization has been at odds with Shawano City and County officials for a number of years. The disagreements stem mainly from the organization's business operations. SIST owes hundreds of thousands of dollars in unpaid taxes. In her only interview last November, SIST's CEO claimed the list was made up by city officials to run the group out of town.
City officials, scared by the thought of being exposed, rushed to start a scandalous security alert propaganda campaign against SIST by creating a hit list to rouse, inflame, and terrorize the public to bring about our demise.
An attorney for the group says the sheriff's claim that the investigation is back open is, quote, bogus. Wright says his officers are still paying close attention to SIST.
If there's anything that comes about that looks strange or out of place, we do check into things, yes.
It's a community still looking for answers, a whole year after the questions began. In Shawano, Lou Hillman, Fox 11 News.
SIST is also going through bankruptcy. Court documents show that SIST owes more than $13 million to its creditors. The organization owns and operates several gas stations, hotels, and retail shops in the Shawano area.